Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. I know. Well, I don't know because I've only put up one of the videos that I've recorded that I wasn't on camera. We'll get into that. Today I'm trying a brand new brand. I've put up a video of me opening a package that was a mystery box from this brand. This is Cosmic Beauty. It used to be called Cosmic Brushes, but it is now called Cosmic Beauty. And it has this little cardboard sleeve that it comes out of, and I don't necessarily need to, excuse me, keep that now. But this is the Serenity palette. This was the first palette that I saw them put out. And look at that. The camera doesn't even do it justice. Anyway, so I'm going to be using it today. I'm going to stick with, of course, the greens because they're kind of my favorite. And I'm going to tell you the story of what's been happening. So I'm going to dive into this color right here, this kind of pale olive. It's called Spring. It's a really good name for it. And I'm using my Bling Brushes Rose Gold E3. Anyway, so I'm filming this on a Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving. I have the matte veil Ulta primer on. Anyway, so last Monday I went to work. Everything was fine. And very pigmented color. I had picked up my middle school kid. We were sitting waiting to pick up the high school kids, and as we drove away, which is about 2:15, in between 2:15 and 2:30, I started getting a pain in my right side. And I thought, that's not good, but it'll go away. It'll be fine. And it didn't go away, and it actually just kept getting worse and worse, and I was having like stabbing pains with it, and I'm like, this is not a good thing. So by the time I got all my kids dropped off and I went back to the yard, I was in so much pain. So I brought my bus to the garage because I didn't feel like it's the first thing that you come to when you drive into the lot. And I didn't feel like I could get to my parking stall, do my post trip, and then leave. So there was that. And I needed to just get home. So I asked somebody else to park my bus, which they did. And then I went to the front desk and sorry, I'm deciding on which one I want to do now. I think I'm going to go into this color right here. It is called Earth. Same brush. I'm just brushing actually, no. I'm going to go into the Bling Brushes and Allie Dawson, and this is the I can't read it. It's too small. But I'm going to do that same color, that brown earth color. Anyway, so I came home and I need to dot my I. And I was in tears. I was in so much pain. And I told my husband, I said, I think I need to go to the hospital. I really thought that my appendix was having an issue. That's how deep it was in my side, and it was my right side only. It wasn't both sides. And so I was like, this is a problem. Well, 7 hours at the ER, they did so many things. They did blood work, they did CAT scan, they did a urine test, and ultimately they discovered that I had a really, really bad kidney infection, and I had kidney stones in both kidneys. And actually my left one is has more than my right one does, which is very odd to me because that one doesn't even hurt. Not at all. But it's not moving. Like it's just in the kidney. The one on my right side is way smaller, they said, but um, I just have a really bad kidney infection, which, okay. I drive school buses, and I can't just get off the bus and go to the bathroom when I have kids on board. So there are times that I go 2.5 hours without going to the bathroom, which I should be able to have. I mean, I go as quickly as I can when I can. Are there times that I push the envelope just a little bit? Yes. But 2.5 hours is not that long of a time. I'm going back into spring with a little bit more color, and I'm just going to blend over the top of it. We're going to trust the process. We're just going to trust the process. I do like the way these colors are. Sorry if you heard that, but are performing. They feel really nice. I mean, they're powdered shadow, colored powder, basically. That's what I meant to say. But they're doing really good at doing their job, I guess. I don't have any fallout. Um, there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but not. I mean, I'm not rough with most of my palettes look like they're brand new because I'm not rough with them. I don't like dig my brush into them a whole lot. So, alrighty. So now I'm going to use my color switch and clean off that brush. And I'm going to go into Forest, which is this bluish green color. Hold, please. Alrighty. So, into Forest. It looks green, but it has like a blue. I'm going to tap it off. I'm going to deepen up out here on both sides. So while we were at the ER, I had called work and I had said I was at the ER and it was like 7 o'clock at night. Or no, it was 6 o'clock at night, and I knew I was going to be there for several hours because it was super, super busy. And I said, you might want to cover my shift. in the morning because I don't know what's happening. And so when they told me at the ER that I had a really bad kidney infection and that I needed to go see a urologist, which that's a whole nother thing. I'll get to that. I knew that I was going to be out for a little while. Well, I ended up, the ER doctor told me that I was out for at least a week. And he wrote me a note for the week. And then I talked to my doctor when I left, my regular doctor, when I left the ER. I'm going to brush off that and go back into Earth to blend those two together. I talked to my regular doctor on Friday, and she wrote me a note for this week, which is Thanksgiving week, so that I can wait until I go and see my urologist on Friday. The day after, so Tuesday morning, bright and early. I don't even remember what bright and early was at this point, but bright and early, I get a phone call from the urologist place, and they're like, "We're going to bring you in and talk to you about the procedure we're going to do." All I remember being told is that I needed to see a urologist. I don't know what this procedure is. I don't know what it all entails. I have no idea. I do know that almost 30 years ago, probably 28, 29 years ago, I went to I had a kidney stone, and it took me about 3 weeks to pass it, and it was horrible. Going back in to blend a little bit more product, but not, I'm just blending over the top of both of those. Anyway, so here I am. It's been a week now. I'm still hurting. I am on antibiotics for the infection. I am still hurting. I don't hurt as bad because I've been on medication to help with the pain. And I can't drive a school bus. Like, I have to have that completely out of my system before I can drive. So I need to wait until Friday and figure out what the plan is. I'm going to go into my unearthly because we're going to pick out some shimmers, and I'm eyeing them as I'm putting this on my finger to figure out which one I'm going to do. So I just took a very little bit, and I'm putting that over the top. Now, normally I would use my fingers to put the shimmers on. However, today I want to try something a little different. So I'm going to get, which brush? I'm going to get, this is the Allie Dawson and Bling brushes, and this is an E32. It's just a rounded flat brush. And I'm going to take the shade, what is that shade called? I can't read it. The writing is really small, But I'm going to take this shade first, and then I'm going to go into this shade over the top. I can't tell you what that shade's called right now. It just looks super, super pretty. And again, I'm not like digging in, but it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person. But, and we're just going to put that. Can you see that color? Oh my gosh. One of my favorite colors for my eyes. If you hear little tip taps, you know, it's the dogs. They need to get their nails done. Just been a little bit of a struggle over here. Cleaning that off because I don't want to use a wet brush in my shadow. But I'm going to go back in. Same side, same color. Spraying it. You get less fallout if you spray your brush, even with glitter primer. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Such a pretty color. And I'm actually going to bring that in a little bit more, which means I'm going to need to get more on my brush. Spray it again. So that's kind of what's been happening. I have not put makeup on in a week. I've been sitting at home doing absolutely nothing because moving kind of hurts. And today I have to go out with my husband and get some things at the grocery store. And I'm hoping that it will be okay. I mean, I'm sure it will, but um, I hate being in pain. I normally have a really high tolerance for pain. I mean, I just do. However, yeah. So I'm going into the shade called Odyssey, which is that gold, bronzy. I don't even know how you would describe it. That color, which again, it does not look good on camera, but in the pan, it looks beautiful. So I'm just putting that on, and then I'm just gonna blend between the two. So I know from personal experience also, I know that kidneys are nothing to be messed with. Like, my daughter-in-law has things going on with her kidneys. My mother-in-law has things going on with her kidneys. I've had people in my past who have had like stage 5 kidney failure, and they were given the choice to either have dialysis or let natural progression happen, and they passed away. And it's not an easy thing, either way you go. So I don't mess around when it comes to my kidneys, and this has not been easy. Brushing that off, I'm going to go back into whatever that color is. I still cannot see it. Wanderer. There we go. That green sagey color, and I'm not going to spray this time because I really want to blend between the two. And I feel like I can do that without getting too much fallout now. There we go. Those are pretty colors. I'm going to go put my base on and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I figured while I was putting on my base that I would tell you that Tier, this brand right here, and I don't know, I haven't fully looked into it, but because I know me, as soon as I do, I'm going to want to buy. Tier is actually having a Black Friday sale. If you go to Instagram and you look up Tier, they are having a 50% off. So this foundation comes in 30, maybe 40 shades now. And it is normally, for one of these, is $25, which is really not a bad price for a foundation at all. And as much as I have been using this foundation, which is a lot, honestly, I could get rid of every single other foundation in my collection because I have not used it really since I started using this. I used it a couple times and then I was like, why, when this is the one that I like the most? It's the easiest to put on. It gives me the best coverage. And I like all three of them. I could not tell you, I mean, the original one is, I believe, my absolute favorite, but I like all three. Well, and I think there's actually a white one too, but I have not dug into that one. But I use this one with a glowy setting mist underneath, so it glows a little bit more, because this is a matte full coverage. The silver one is a glowy one, and then the red one is a satin finish. But this one I bought for $22 on Amazon. These two I got the last Friday or deals day that they had, and they were $15 each. Now if you go to Tier itself, they're saying they're having a 50% off sale. Like I said, I have not looked into it too much. Oh, I was going to use my new powder or my new foundation brush, but I didn't. Anyway, I just like how even my skin looks with this foundation. It will oxidize down. It won't look so stark, and I will put bronzer and everything on. So I'm going to go and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so in the Sinister mystery box, we got some blushes. Some blushes. This is a plastic but looks metal container. The only thing that I did not like, and I watched other videos since I filmed mine, is that they did not have the names of the blushes on the blushes. They had them on the outside packaging, but they didn't have it. So I watched other videos because I couldn't remember which one was which. And now I've written on the back of it, this is the Dazed blush butter is what they're calling it. But look at that. Obviously it has my fingerprint in it from when I tested it out. And I'm just taking, this is an Anastasia, I don't even know what kind of brush it is, but it's a dense brush. So I'm just dipping it in. It's very pigmented. So a little bit will go a long way, but it does sheer out. So it's going to look, we're going to trust the process. How's that? It's going to look crazy for a little bit. And I have already bronzed. Ooh, yeah, it's going to look crazy for a little bit. Maybe I put too much on, but I'm just mixing it in, blending it out, shearing it out. Ooh, that's a lot. Put a little over my nose. And when you do this, if you've put too much on, like I obviously have, you go over it with your sponge. I've already used this sponge on my face to kind of melt in my foundation. And then it just kind of goes over the top of it and shears it all out. Sorry, my little Grogu down here, he wants some attention. He is my attention dog. And as long as I'm talking and touching him, he's fine. And I have shown him before. I'm going back in on this side just a little bit to even it out. And I'll just go over the top again. Alrighty, so that is the butter or blush butter from Cosmic Brushes in Dazed. Okay, you can come say hello. This is my Grogu. Do you like mommy's face? This is my Grogu. Say hello. Alrighty, you said hello. Thank you, good boy. Get down. Always in everything. So now we're going to go into going back to my bling brushes and Ally Dawson. I'm just going to take that brown earth and I'm just going to take it and go underneath here. It doesn't really stay on me because my eyes water so much. So I'm just going to take it on the outside a little bit. So I can kind of blend it together. And it still has some of that forest in it also. I didn't dip into forest, but it still has, I think, a little bit on the brush because it has a little bit of a green tint to it. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go and put on mascara. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. This is an upcoming video, or this is in an upcoming video. I can instantly tell you right away, this is not good stuff. I've already had transfer. You can see where I'm not a fan. Maybe it's a learning curve. Maybe it just needs a little bit of time, but I'm not a fan. We'll just leave it at that for now. You'll see that in an upcoming video. I'm going to go ahead and take this color right here. This is called Opal, which is a very fitting name. If you could actually see this color. And I'm going to put that on my inner corner. And opals generally have multicolors in them. And they do tend to take on more of the colors that are around them. I do have, this is, and I know I'm probably going to say the name wrong, an Anamuka opal. My husband got this from his best friend. He made it. It's a beautiful ring. Absolutely love it. It's now very loose on me. I've had to maneuver my rings around because that's a whole nother issue. A whole nother story, I guess. Not issue, but a whole nother story. But this is the look that I'm going to be going grocery shopping in. The first time I've had makeup on in a week because of what's been going on. I will tell you in future videos what's been happening. There's going to be other videos coming up that have been sporadically done before this one has been made. So just know I'm doing okay, and I love each and every single one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And lipstick. Just remembered. Let me remember which one it is. These are, again, lips that came in that Cosmic Brushes, and I'm a fan of dark. So one of these days I'll learn how to use pencils too. I will be having a declutter coming up very soon. So this is the darkest one. Now, here's the lightest one. This is called Clarice. The dark one is called Nancy. I'm going to take Clarice, not sure how I like that, but this is why I don't do lips a whole lot, because I don't really wear lipstick a whole lot. It's okay. It's not the formula, it's the person. Because I'm not a huge lipstick person, like I don't wear it very often. See, I mess up. And I feel like now I've messed up my makeup. But what if I put, this is from the Unearthly and Heather Austin, and I'm going to take it on my finger because I don't want to mess up the doe foot. That's better. Okay. Now that I've done all that, it just gives it a little bit of extra. But this is the look that I'm going to be going to the grocery store in and doing all my things in. But please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.